Yeah, so Credit Kudos is the fourth regulated credit reference agency in the UK. And so we're providing effectively an alternative to the existing incumbent three credit bureaus. The way in which we're different from those guys is that we're using new sources of data in the evaluation of creditworthiness, which means we can help borrowers who were perhaps overlooked or at best sort of excluded by the existing measures, and we can help them get more instantaneous, fairer, accurate, and better access to credit. Open banking is fundamental to what we do. So if you imagine a traditional credit score or a traditional credit bureau is more or less a database or a warehouse of data on past credit behaviors. So whether you've repaid loans on time, where you live, what your appetite for borrowing is, whether you're registered on the electoral roll. It doesn't capture your fundamental financial health. And what open banking allows us to do is basically take a look at your banking history, obviously with your permission, and use machine learning to predict from that banking history your financial health and therefore your credit worthiness. And so for customers that perhaps haven't borrowed in the past, or maybe they haven't had such interface with credit, or they don't understand how credit scores work, we can provide a service that basically allows them to plug that data in and get a better result and a better appraisal of their risk. So any machine learning problem is only as good as the data you have to put it in the top. And obviously we need consumer trust to get data to do what we do. And so it's fundamental to the business. I think there's been historically a lot of mistrust or at least misunderstanding in terms of credit and how credit reference agencies actually work. And part of the problem is the fact that they own, or at least have, a lot of our data, even though we never really signed up or asked to be their customers, right? So it's this kind of business that's predicated on selling our information, but we get no real benefit from it. And so what we're doing with Credit Kudos is we're building a consent-based model for consumers. So we never charge the consumer for the services we provide. Our revenue comes from the lenders, and the benefits for the consumer are actually realized in them being able to get access, use their data for their own benefit. So trust is key to that. So 2020 will be the year of open banking, and we have seen in the last 6 months our growth has just skyrocketed. So from the start of 2019, we grew about 4x in terms of client numbers and people using open banking, and we expect that to grow exponentially in 2020. So we're tripling our team more or less in order to respond to that demand, and we think that, as I say, that open banking will really hit critical mass in 2020, and it will be the way in which people apply for financial services, whether it be credit, insurance, or other products.